What's up, guys? Short Stack Gaming here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. This is a Vanguard uh, D format deck profile. Right now, I'm playing 3 card games. I'm playing Vanguard, kind of taking a break from Yu-Gi-Oh, but I have all my cards for it, and then I'm playing Digimon. Digimon's been kind of in a slow spot, so I've been playing Vanguard in the meantime to kind of alleviate the space that Digimon is having with the in-between sets. We are getting EX4 here soon, and so hopefully that'll change things. I don't know if I'll build anything new, but I'll definitely be playing with my locals a bit more. But yeah, so my locals, my friends and stuff have been playing a lot of Vanguard, and so we all decided to pick up Vanguard, and it's been pretty fun. And I wanted to show the my deck profile for the deck that I've been playing the most of, and the deck that I've invested a lot of money into because I really like this deck. And yeah, let's get into it. So, uh, here we have Kheios. So Kheios is a Highlander deck. It's pretty fun, pretty good deck. Well, I mean, good in Vanguard is very different than good in other card games. Viable deck. And yeah, so first we have our ride deck. We play one grade 0, the Chaos grade 0. We play the Chaos grade 1. We play the Chaos grade 2, and then we play the Chaos grade 3. This deck is getting new support in BT11, and I'm really excited for that support because it makes this deck so much better. This deck is really rough right now just with the hand advantage, and so the new stuff coming out makes this deck a lot better. So that's it for the ride deck. Um, we're going to start off with the core engine pieces of Kheios for Kheios first before we get on to the tech cards I'm playing to make the deck more consistent. So we're playing 3 Persona Ride. I hate this card. It's so bad to have it in hand. I really rather have this card in my soul. This is free discard fodder for my perfect guards. I hate this card to bits. Then we play 4 of the Grade 1 Makani. Really good card. Great support card from set 8. Really makes this deck work so much more efficiently. I really like this card. And I don't know. I think this deck would be borderline unplayable without it. So I'm really glad this support card exists. Then for the grade 3s, we play 3 of the grade 3 Makani. Card restands, 5 attack deck. I mean, this card's nuts. I love this card to bits. Yeah, so you have to cap out at 4 of this and 4 of the grade 1 Makani. And then the last card, the last engine requirement card we play is 4 of One Who Governs Chaos, which is the grade 1 Order. It's a promo. This card is so good. Being able to, without, if you don't have this in Soul, this the normal grade 3, you get to deck thin 3 cards if you choose by playing this order, and then being able to call out like one of these Makanis or call out something else from your Soul to get like further advantage is really good. These cards are really good, and you have to play 4 of it. I think it's a requirement. So yeah, that's it for the engine requirements. So the rest of the deck is going to be triggers and then other utility pieces. Let me take that out from the side. So for utility pieces, we have 2. We only play 2 grade 2s. We play 1 Hypnograsper and 1 Honor Ratio. Hypnograsper in the back row. If I have 12 or more cards, if you have 6 or more cards in Soul, it becomes a booster, and then if you have 12 or more cards in Soul, it becomes 10. It gets an extra 10k. So he's a 20k booster in the back row. So he's really good. Great one of. This deck, since you have to have different names in Soul, you have to play a bunch of one ofs. So like, yeah, this card's really good. Great one of. Honor Ratio is a fantastic one of. Similar effect to Hypnograsper, except you have to have 8 or more different card names in Soul, and then it gets boosted in 5k. So this will be a 15k booster and boosting from the back row, and then it can intercept from the back row for 10k, which is really good too. That has come up a lot with this old build. Once the new, at the end of the video, or towards the end of the video, I'll show how this deck changes with the new stuff, or what I've been testing with, because I've made proxies, and so I'll bring the proxies on screen and discuss how the deck will change. So yeah, just 2 grade 2s. I'll actually leave those out. Then we play a bunch of grade 1s. So let's start here. So these are a lot of like utility pieces. Pony, we play Pony because you can bind it from your Soul and then Soul charge 2 more, and so that goes really good in tandem with some of these other cards. So like we play 2 Swirler. So like it makes Swirler really big. Swirler will gain an extra 10k power, which means really big booster. Ling is so that we can selectively soul charge a little bit better, so that way we can, being able to check the top 2 cards, put one into soul and bot deck the other card. It allows us to kind of sift through our deck a little bit better and take a card that's like a trigger and put it like on the bottom of the deck while also being able to like try to soul charge a pony or something, or like a Makani. So in that way we have our souls a little bit better, has a little bit more utility for our order, because our order reads really really good, because it's it looks top 5, puts any number of them into soul with equal names to the amount of different names of chaos in your soul, which is really good. And then if you have 8 or more, you shuffle your deck, put the rest back and shuffle your deck. Then if your soul has 8 or more different cards, choose up to 1 card from your soul, call it to your rear circle, choose one of your rear guards with Makani and its card name, and it gets power plus it until end of turn. So it just reads really good. So being able to like fill up your soul with like a swirler or a Makani and then call it back out is really good. So like that's why we play the Ling and the Swirlers. Being just Ling is just for selective soul charge. These are just so you can soul charge something insane. Barney, this is for late game. It has come up a couple times where like I'll have this in hand and I don't have access to the order, and I'll just play this counterblast 1, and then I can choose a grade 1 in soul and call it. Or if I have 10 or more cards of different names, I can choose a grade 4 or less and call it. So like it can be really good to like play this out in the back, like behind Kheios, counterblast 1, and then call it grade 3 Makani, and then hopefully I have another card in hand to get me farther. So that's why we play this. We play 1 Amandine because it's an extra soul charge, and then it's a 18k booster. So this card's really good. This build is very similar to the build that won in Georgia not too long ago, about a month and a half ago, I want to say, back in, I think it was March actually. Sorry, a little bit longer than that, back in March. Then we play 3 Pony because it soul charges too, which is really good. So then, that's it for those cards. And then the last grid one we play is Gangnam, because Gangnam just says soul charge 1. And then you can soul blast to draw a card. That never really comes up because you don't over soul charge. And if you're gonna soul blast or anything, you're gonna soul blast for the grade 3 Makani to retire. But yeah, this is just another way to soul charge. So lots of ways to soul charge and get cards into soul with our grade 1s. So that's it for the kind of supplementary pieces for the deck. All different names as needed except like the 2 Swirler, but Swirlers reads really good, so like playing multiples is really good. Then we play 4 PGs, all with different names. I don't really think I have to explain that. Sanctitude's really good against the Stride decks, and everything else is just really good. These are all effect PGs, so that's good. Then we play 1 Dark States Overtrigger. When the new Overtrigger comes out in Festival Collection, I think we cut this for the one that gives my rearguard restand, because that means if I hit that Overtrigger, I then get a 6 attack turn, which can be super good. Or yeah, I end up getting like a 6 attack turn, which is really good. So yeah, we do that. So 1 Overtrigger, 2 front triggers. I used to be just 1 front trigger, and that was very similar to the build in the build that topped in Georgia. I started testing with 2, and I started liking 2 because I get more shield in hand, which can be really beneficial because the shield numbers, like, you get really low hand advantage, and being able to guard bigger attacks is really good. Then we play 4 heals. This is an effect heal. It should just be a normal heal, but I don't have one, so we just play the 1 effect heal, which is a 20k shield, which can come up if I go second. Then we play 4 draw triggers. I was playing 5. I dropped it down to 4 because I kept not bricking on him, but decking myself out because I just soul charged so much. So sure, it's good for hand advantage, but like I'd rather play another front trigger. Once we get the new crit trigger in Festival Collection, the front trigger ends up one of these front triggers ends up coming out for the new crit, because then we have we go from playing 5 crits to 6, which is super viable. So yeah, that's it for the triggers. 1 of each trigger. As long as you're playing 1 of each different trigger names, you're golden. So I mean that doesn't really matter in retrospect. But yeah, let's get on to what ends up changing with the new stuff. So this ends up getting cut. This gets cut. These get cut. Ooh. I've been doing a lot of testing with the new build, and the new build's really good. So um, all of these end up getting cut for the new stuff. So this is 8 cards, and so we add. So to add, you add 4 of the new grade 3, which is a crit plus 1, so it's 2 crit, and then it can activates Persona Ride, and then you can Soul Charge 3 if you want, and then choose 2 cards in Soul, add 1 to hand, and call the rest. So then you get to essentially add cards back and get to kind of pick and choose what you want. This card's really good, and then it gives everything 10k power, so it reads really good. Then the other card we play is the new Grade 2. So the new Grade 2 is really good going like first, because then instead of just holding all our power until we get to our first Grade 3 turn, we can start doing stuff at Grade 2, so we can start setting up. So like at Grade 2, you can like play this out, pay your pay Counterblast 1, check your top 2 cards, add 1 to hand, put the other into Soul, and that could be really good for setup, especially in tandem with this Kheios, because when it's rode upon, you can Soul Charge a card, and then if the Soul Charge card was a trigger unit, you draw a card. If it was a normal unit, you choose one up to 1 card from your Soul and call it. So like it can be really good to like play this, check top 2, put a normal unit in a Soul, add a trigger to hand, and then uh, ride on top of this, and then Soul Charge 1. If you hit a trigger, you draw. If you hit a normal unit, you'll be able to call whatever unit put in. So like it's really good. This new support's really cracked and allows this deck to have more hand advantage, and I really like it. So you would end up taking the 3 ponies out, the Amandine, the Barney, and then the 3 Chaoses out to play all the new stuff. So like new Grade 2 and then the new Grade 3. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I don't know how in depth I need to go with this deck. I don't know. Right now, I'm just my entire YouTube channel is based around doing deck profiles for all the card games I play. So that's Yu-Gi-Oh, Vanguard, Digimon. I just want to expand a little bit, and any constructive feedback would be fantastic. Just in terms of what you guys as viewers want to see. I want to stick to card games as a whole. I don't want to stick to just one. I know it's better for viewers that way, but this is just to be like a little fun project for me to keep me sane through school and through the summer. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's you guys have any constructive criticism on what you guys want to see or what kind of content you want to see. I can do Master Duel content. I can do Edo Pro content. I can do remote duels with my friends for content. It's really just entirely up to what you guys want to see. I enjoy playing card games. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it a bunch, and stay gaming, I guess. Thank you.